Hi guys, how you doing? It's me, Sammy, and you're watching SW6. Just about recovered from yesterday. As a Chelsea fan, I've seen some embarrassing defeats in my time. Obviously, all football fans from all clubs do so, but especially this year, we've seen the Burnley game, the first game of the season. I was in Barcelona when we lost 3-0, and to be honest, I wasn't angry at all because it's Barcelona and it was individual mistakes. But yesterday I was fuming inside the stadium. I stopped watching the game. I was just on my phone. I was fuming, and the thing is that got me angry. We just weren't protected at all by the ref. A lot of people are against the goalkeeper for time wasting. Time wasting is obviously cheating in football, but we shouldn't be a hypocrite. If we was a low team like Huddersfield, trying to survive the relegation battle, come on, you would time waste if you was against a big team like Chelsea. And don't forget, we did time waste in the Champions League, so let's not be hypocrites. But the one person that can't say about hypocrites and stuff is obviously a referee, because the referee's not fighting for anything, and the referee has to play by the rules. So that's when I think the referee did let us down, because in the first half I believe the goalkeeper should have got a yellow card, and in the second half he probably would have carried on, and that's when he should have got a red card. I hate to blame the games on referees. I absolutely hate it, because you have the whole game to do something, so why pinpoint small things on referees? So without talking about the referee, we just wasn't clinical. We didn't do anything really. We did the same thing over again. Just always went to, as per the control, Willian on the right and just do a crap cross. And even when the crosses were good, there was no one in the middle. So we've got to buy creative players. We need to change the whole system. And if that doesn't work, I think we're just going to be in trouble for a very long time, because at the moment, this season's just been awful from day one, literally from day one against Burnley. And now we ended at Stamford Bridge badly. I just can't wait for the season to finish now, but it's just been frustrating. The FA Cup is the only thing that can survive, make the season decent, but come on, it's Mourinho, it's United.
Hello guys, Alex here, and Tony has asked me to give some of my thoughts of the game. Now, I think the 1-1 draw against Huddersfield has raised some concerns for me. One of them was the referee's decision, and some of them were quite questionable, and made me thought about whether we should just introduce VAR next season straight away. Of course, I mean, if we could have VAR on the big screen, make sure that the TV viewers could hear the referee's comments to the VAR official. Make sure that VAR is quick and only used for big decisions. I think that would be considered a huge improvement, and I don't see anyone objecting to that. And when you see the decisions made by Lee Mason, it's kind of hard not to understand why there are no English referees going to the World Cup. Another thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is honesty from football players. That seems to be quite kind of lacking, in the sense that there were many times where the Huddersfield players could have said to the ref that he made the wrong decision on a specific foul that should have been a foul. But you know what, they didn't. And to me, it's a little bit annoying, but it's a bit sad. I feel like football has gone into a direction that just doesn't seem right. But you know what, there's not much we can really do about it. As for Chelsea, I think this season, on a whole, the responsibility is really going to have to lie with the players, the staff, and the board. I don't think it's right that we should lay it down on one specific player. If you lay it down specifically on Morata or specifically on Bakayoko, then you're disregarding the mistakes from other players. And yes, there are some players that are more to blame than others. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. I'll catch you guys.
Hey guys, it's me, Coach here. Lovely to be back on Chelsea SW6, and I'm just here to give my thoughts and opinions of today's game. Chelsea vs Huddersfield at Stamford Bridge, which ended Chelsea won, Huddersfield won, and yeah, it's typical Chelsea after a big game a couple of days ago to play well and get a win in these type of games against these smaller teams, and to bottle it and just to fuck up, and that's what we did tonight. First half was quite drab, I'm not gonna lie to you. Quite disappointing first half. We didn't really create much chances. We struggled to break Huddersfield down. Credit to Huddersfield, I thought they played well today. They defended really well. Didn't really give much going forward, but it was really they just came here for a point, and they did. They got that, and credit to them, man. They're staying in the Premier League for another season. So yeah, well done to Huddersfield, and it's well deserved, well deserved. But coming back to our performance, I thought second half it was a bit more better, had more urgency, especially from the 50th minute we conceded the goal. Bit of terrible defending. One ball over the top from Aaron Moy, which went over a lot of our defenders, and then Caballero came out very rationally and collided into a player. And then the Portrait from Huddersfield tapped it in, and there was 1-0 Huddersfield. And from then on, we had to up the urgency and up the pressure, and we did that throughout the whole game. We could have won easily. Could have won if we were more clinical. We could have won this game 3-4-1. But the boys showed a lot of heart, so I'm not too angry about the performance, because the boys showed a lot of heart and commitment and desire. But it was a bit too late. We weren't clinical, and it's been the story of our season. Not clinical. We haven't been on it, and it's teams like this where we struggle. We think about to Bournemouth at the Bridge, and in January, then to Watford at Vicarage Road. We fuck up against these type of teams. It's not been good enough, and we fucked up on the top four. We're not going to be in Champions League football next season. A bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Yeah, and then last game of the season now is against Newcastle. Let's see what happens now. You know, we're going to be European football. A bit disappointing. Next season, Thursday nights at the Bridge. A bit dry, but hey, we gave our all. Wasn't good enough, to be honest with you. Credit to Huddersfield, but over the whole game, it was already satisfactory. I think only the last probably 40 minutes of that game we actually played good football, but we didn't play good football to our standards. It was just really huffs and puffs, but at least we pressured them. But overall, a bit disappointing. 5th place. Tottenham got the job done, I believe. So I think they won 1-0. Harry Kane got the goal, so the scum in the Champions League, and we're not. So, but anyways, Smeeko's here, and yeah, see you next season.
Hi there, it's Francis CFC here, SW6. Just a little review of yesterday's game. I didn't get a chance to do one last night. To be honest, me and the kids went straight to bed, and I've been quite busy this morning. Well, what can I say? Absolutely poor performance, poor first half. Yeah, I can understand Conte trying to rotate the squad a bit, considering we've got Newcastle away on Sunday. But I feel that we should have started off strong, and if anything, get the result and then take players off that need to be rested afterwards. But to be honest, that team we put out should have been able to get the job done. It was literally almost the same sort of team that played Huddersfield away, and we got a very good result out of that game. In that game, even Bakayoko managed to score. Game didn't really start to pick up pace until Giroud and Hazard came on. I must say, though, their goal was brought on from a foul by Willian, which the referee took absolutely no notice of. Caballero was literally wiped out, and then they scored, and then that was that. We was lucky enough to get an equalising goal shortly after that with the luck of Alonso. We did, at that point, seem to be like literally throwing everything at the game. But I think Huddersfield just came with one mindset, and that was just to park the bus, and they were just happy just to go away with a point. The point was all they needed to stay up. I don't really want to say much more about the referee, Lee Mason. Absolutely shocking game. It was terrible. I just look watching his performance. Just absolutely no wonder why there's no English referees going to the World Cup. I mean, just before the first half, awarding us a corner and then blowing the whistle before we even get a chance to take the corner. What's all that about? Anyway, poor performance all around. Disappointed. Newcastle away on Sunday. Yes, I will be there as usual. Then after that, we've got the FA Cup final to look forward to. Well, I don't know what to say, but that's that really. But as usual, I'll always be follow the Blues, keep the blue flag flying high, and that's me out and over. I'm up the Chelsea.
Hi, it's Colin Pates here, ex-Chelsea, 400 games. Don't forget to subscribe to Chelsea SW6.